Hi, this is Asa, and welcome to my audio experience. Remember, if your body can get sick, it can also get well. It is about your lifestyle. You didn't know that. Your lifestyle matters. It's your medicine. I always say lifestyle is our medicine. So our choices every single day, they matter. A lot of times we're sick because we want to be and don't even know it. We're making the wrong choices, wrong decisions that we really need to step up and can unravel the reason why that's happening. And again, it all comes down to us, our choices. The powerful thing is we can make our own choices. We don't have to wait on somebody else. Really is simple. If you haven't found a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes just like we do, go to our website. You can easily find one of our providers in your area that can help. Just go to 888-283-7272 is the number, or go to the website. Carly, you're with us. How can I help?
My skin stays so very hot, but it doesn't feel hot to anybody else. And then I have tremors, and they say there's nothing they can do because I have neuropathy. But I read in my medical book that a deficiency in magnesium is my problem.
And that could be the case. It could. But a lot of times when you have tremors like that, you really have to back it up and look at everything. Because there can be some variables that just aren't being caught. I mean, you have to really see exactly what's there. And that's one of the big challenges that you have to look at. I mean, it could be something as simple as magnesium. It could be several different minerals that are out of position and not where they need to be. So I would look at that and get a good idea overall, get some blood work done, check the overall nutritional profile, and not just guess. What you don't want to do is just take this, take that, and hope for the best. You really want to know that something is where it needs to be, and that's the reason for it. And again, health is not just what you eat, exercise, and take a pill, okay? I mean, 85% of the root cause of most health challenges have to do with environmental toxins, and so that's our food, water supply, but also emotional toxins. So you got stress, you got life happenings, life situations that can cause our health to break down. So there's a lot of variables and factors that can cause these kind of issues. So you have to be wise in your decisions and be very mindful and thoughtful in the direction that you take it. All of that is vital, and it's important. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You can give us a call or go to the website. And we're here for you, no matter what you're struggling with. So let's talk about foods for just a minute. So food is our medicine, right? It can be our medicine in so many different ways, and we want to make sure that we make the right decisions. But I'm going to give you some foods that can be helpful, ways to get the nutrition in that you need to get in to keep your body healthy in the way we want to keep it. It's so vital and so important for us to put the right kind of foods in. So let's jump into that. Now, if you get bored with water, this is one of the biggest ones that I get from people, and I get bored with it too. So, I mean, I'm not just touting on everybody else. I mean, I put tea with my water constantly. I'm like, if you see me with a bottle of water, it always has tea in it, and then I'll use some monk fruit extract or a stevia from time to time. But again, you can take seltzer water, and instead of having all for sodas, if you want that soda kind of deal, instead of having all the colorings and the flavorings and all that, just get seltzer water, squeeze a whole lemon in there or lime, and add a little bit of stevia with it. Tastes amazing, okay? If you want to really bunk down on a lot of the food bars, I'm not an anti-protein bar guy. There's some really good ones out there. Just make sure that it doesn't have artificial sweeteners in it. Make sure that it's got organic ingredients, and make sure that it's got plenty of fiber. That's the key, and no sugar. I mean, less than 1 gram for sure. If it's loaded up with a bunch of sugar, don't do it. It's nothing but a candy bar. It's terrible. Now, greens are another big one I think that is tough, right? So if you are really struggling with getting your greens in, it's important. Like if you're not hitting greens 3+ times a day, you can't get the salads in because you're too busy. You have to have greens, period. Got to have them. So no matter what you're doing, you got to get those in because there's too many nutrients that we get in the greens that you have to have, okay? And it's powerful, and we've got to have it. So we've got a greens drink. It's called Clean Greens. You can go to our website and see it. But the greens drink are this vital. Got to have it. And that's another big one too, is not getting the nutrition that we need. Having enough of it, getting enough of it in is vital and is critical for what we have to have. So your greens are extremely important. Teas are good for you. I'm a big fan. It's the way that I like to dance up my water. And the reason is because teas give you better skin, okay, lower cholesterol, reduce risk of cancer. And, I mean, that's pretty much all teas across the board. Green tea, white tea, they all have different properties to them. But, man, they are so good for you. I'm a huge tea guy. So one of the things you can easily add in that gives great health benefits to your normal daily routine. The natural homemade ice pops are really good, too, if you've never made any. So you can blend up your favorite fruits, like berries are the best, and put it with a little bit of goat milk yogurt, and you can mix them together. We got a recipe for this on the website, and you can freeze them and make popsicles. Phenomenal. So kids love these. I mean, amazing. You got to figure out ways to make healthy eating fun. A lot of people think it's just boring, like you're eating cardboard, twigs, and berries. It's not. I mean, it really is. The healthy food, if you learn how to make it right and put it together right, can make a huge difference in your overall health and in your overall life. It makes a difference. Chocolate, guess what? It's good for you. Like, I'd never tell people don't eat chocolate. Eat it. Eat chocolate. If it's 70% or greater dark chocolate, knock it out. Eat it every day. It's going to it brings all kinds of health benefits to you, from brain chemistry health, gut health, heart health. I mean, the whole 9 yards. It's phenomenal. So these are all benefits to eating the right kind of foods and getting everything in the way you need to. And remember, your body can thrive if you give it the right tools that it needs to be able to do that. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Lines are open with questions about your health. You can give us a call or go to the website. And we're here for you. Don't forget, and if you haven't found a lifestyle provider, that's someone in your area that believes just like we do. Sometimes you just need someone to take you by the hand and say, look, no matter if you've got diabetes or heart disease or high blood pressure or whatever, you just need someone to take you by the hand and help and get you and have them help get you to that next level so you can really thrive and really make it. Because the piece that's so difficult is to make sure that you're doing well. The piece that is challenging is the accountability. That's what people need. That's what people want, and that's what people are looking for, is to make sure that you're really thriving. And don't be stuck. You don't have to be stuck. All you have to do is realize is that if you put in the effort, you can do well. If you put in the effort, then you can really do amazing things with your health. And that's what we want to help you do on the show. That's what it's all about. We're on call for you each and every day to help you go to the next level with your health and your life, knowing that you don't have to stay where you are, that you can really thrive and push through and do amazing things with your health. Why? Because we know you can, and we believe in you. Coming up, more questions about your health. Plus, I'm going to talk a little bit about kids' health and what they can do to improve. Strength, increased endurance, and better recovery, then look no further than an all-natural nutritional supplement called creatine hydrochloride. Concrete is the brand, and it's the most absorbable form of creatine hydrochloride found to date. Now, creatine is not just for athletes. You probably heard that before, but creatine hydrochloride is for the everyday person looking to improve their health. Listen, I started taking creatine in college when I was a strength and conditioning coach at Florida State University. And I've taken it ever since my college years. And it's made a massive difference in my life. Everything in my body, I believe, is functioning better because of creatine. Creatine hydrochloride I've moved over to using Concrete, and it is the best form of creatine on the market. Concrete creatine hydrochloride is available at most Walmart stores and on Walmart.com or any store that carries nutritional supplements. Just make sure to look for Concrete brand creatine hydrochloride and watch your endurance, your strength, and your recovery and your immune system get boosted today.
To find out more, connect with On Call Radio online at InShapeNetwork.com.
Check us out on the web. We're here for you each and every day. If the body can get sick, the can also get well. It's about lifestyle. So the choices we make today can and will determine the kind of health we're going to have. We don't want to see you stuck. I want to see you do well. I don't want to see you just be there. I want to see you make it happen. So we want to help you thrive. We want to see you better than you are before and better than you have been before. And you can. You don't have to be stuck. Now give us a call, 888 if you need help, 888-283-7272. If you have health questions, we're here for you. If you want me to answer privately, I will too. When you call, just tell my staff, say, hey, look, I really want to have this question answered privately. I don't want it just to be on air, and so we'll take care of you on that. Don't worry. Get you the answers that you need because you're important to us and you matter. Very much so. Let's get to the phones and go to Mark. Hi, Mark.
Sciatic leg pain, and I really don't want to take any kind of painkillers, and I just want to figure out what I could use. It's a natural remedy for it.
Now, if you got leg pain, you just got to figure out where it's coming from. And that sounds pretty simple, but I mean, at the end of the day, we got to figure out where it's coming from. Because the bottom line is, with the leg pain, is you've got to figure, is it nerve related? Is it vascular related, right? And a lot of times the nerve pain is coming from the lower back. So the lower back has nerves that come out of the low back, go down the spine, and really can go in and make that happen. So that's one of the big pieces you have to look at. You have to say, okay, well, that's one of the big pieces that we look at. And I'll tell you that one of the challenges when you're in that is to figure out, okay, how can I raise the bar? How can I raise value inside the body with what you're doing? And with leg pain, you might need to get to a chiropractic physician, which can really help. It's non-surgical, right? Physical therapy can help too, but I think the chiropractic physician is going to be your better choice, just because the training and the level of care that you'll get there, I think will be superior. So for that reason, because I think the leg pain, there's a lot that can go with it, and again, you want to get testing done. So you don't want to rule. I mean, as far as the physician you go to, just make sure they do all the tests to be able to rule in and rule out whatever's going on. That's all very important, okay? And the leg pain, a lot of times, if it is something simple like a bulging disc or just some type of inflammation around some of the nerves that are causing that, yeah, I mean, that can easily be taken care of. So don't let that bother you. It can really resolve quite easily. 888-283-7272 is the number. Give us a call. So what about colon cancer? You know, it's one of the top leading cancers that we deal with. People who don't pay attention to their digestive system will at some point, I can tell you that, because colon cancer is a big deal. And if you don't take care of the foods that you eat, get enough fiber coming in on a regular basis, take care of your overall system, then it can become a big, big deal. They did studies at University of Texas Southwestern Medical Center in Dallas, and they said that a gastroenterologist, associate professor, said in this, signs of trouble that could not be ignored is a change in the diameter of your bowel movements. Okay, so if you have any of these symptoms or know someone that's dealing with any of this, a change in the diameter of your bowel movements, bloody bowel movements, another big one, black stool, lower belly pain, or discomfort that persist. Starting at age 50, everyone should be screened for colon cancer, even if no symptoms are present. So there's a few ways that you can test for the colon cancer. Colonoscopy, it's a test that examines the colon and allows doctors to remove polyps before they can grow and become cancerous. And there's a fecal test called a FIT test. Test detects blood in the stool. A new colon cancer test approved by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration may be an option. Who are not at high risk for the disease, be aware of your family history and any of your relatives that have had colon cancer, especially before the age of 50. So colorectal cancer is the third leading cause of cancer deaths in the U.S. with men and women. So that's a lot. I mean, it's a big one. Lung cancer is number one. A lot of people don't know that, but it is number one. It's a bear, that's for sure. A lot of people get hit with that and struggle with it. The air quality is not that great. Plus, we're indoors all day long, and it's just not conducive to maximum health. You got to be in a place to really be able to thrive, and it's tough to do that with poor air quality. So if you're in a big city, it's better to live a little further out if you have the option, maybe out in the country or out just a little bit of ways away from it. Air quality is a little bit better. Typically, that's a better way to go. 888-283-7272. We're here for you. If you need help, you got questions, you can give us a call. And also, our lifestyle providers are healthcare providers in your area that believe the same way we do. All this nutrition and lifestyle-based care we talk about, go to the website and easily find someone that can help you get to the next level with your health and your life. Let's get to the phones and talk to Jan. Hi, Jan.
I wanted to know if cooking with tinfoil is harmful.
Okay, so cooking with tinfoil I wouldn't recommend it totally. I mean, your cookware it should be important. And I'm a big fan of the glass. I'm a big fan of iron as well. There's different thoughts on that, but I still am. And then your storage just needs to be. I would not lay things in the foil as much. So because you don't want anything. Aluminum is just something you don't want to even have in your food or near any of that. And it's just there's other options for it. You can lay it in different settings, and there's a lot better ways to do that. Maybe involve a little bit more cleaning, but whatever. It's going to be better for your health. 888-283-7272. Elaine in Louisville, Kentucky says, can I help irritable bowel syndrome with diet? Yes, you can. Matter of fact, I believe it's the greatest way for healing with somebody with IBS. There's an anti-inflammatory based diet that we put together in my book, Empowering Your Health, and you can easily check that out. Plus, we've got articles all on IBS on the website. You can easily find it there. We're here for you. Whatever you're struggling with, remember, you don't have to stay there. The body's ability to regenerate is amazing. So you can thrive, you can make it, you can go from where you are to where you need to be. All you have to do is have the ability to know that you can. Are you ready to chow? It's time for Keto Chow. When it comes to eating healthy, the keto diet has become one of the nutrition leaders in optimizing health, losing unwanted weight, and reaching your health and wellness goals. No extravagant cooking, no long kitchen cleanup, and most importantly, especially for me, it's convenient. Just put quality Keto Chow powder in a bottle, add some heavy whipping cream or your favorite fat, a little water, and boom, shake it up and you're ready to chow. Keto Chow tastes amazing. So make Keto Chow easy for you and your family today with Keto Chow. Let's go chow. Visit Keto Chow online at ketochow.xyz. That's ketochow.xyz.
To find out more, visit the show online, InShapeNetwork.com.
Check us out on the web. We're here for you each and every day. What are you struggling with? Well, we want to help. Because remember, if the body can get sick, it can also get well. If you deal with blood pressure, we call it hypertension, you want to do a couple of things to really help. And blood pressure is one of the tough health challenges that many people face, and they don't know how to get out of it a lot of times. So there's some foods you can avoid when you have high blood pressure. And, of course, we know sodium is a big deal. Salty foods can raise the blood pressure and create that kind of issue. So sodium's a big one. But you want to steer clear or limit a lot of these high sodium foods in your diet. Okay, here's some basics you may already know, but I want to make sure you know. Okay, I love the simple. The simple things are the things that make the biggest difference in our lives. So dried, preserved, or salted meats like bacon, ham, beef jerky, or pepperoni. Heavily salted snacks like peanuts, chips, or crackers. Canned foods and meals, including vegetables and soups. Frozen foods and dinners. Sauces, condiments, and marinades. Table salt. And the salty seasonings can be a big one. And the foods that help with blood pressure are the ones that are lower in the sodium, in their sodium content. All right. So raisins, prunes are really good. I know that's exciting, right? They also make you go to the bathroom in a great way. So if you're constipated, that will help. Citrus fruits are really good. Honeydew, cantaloupe, and watermelons. Avocados are one of my favorites for blood pressure. Apples, bananas are great, but if you eat bananas, eat them more on the green side. Cooked squash, eggplant, cabbage, and cauliflower lima beans and all peas, peppers, radishes, and baked or boiled potatoes. So a good way to make sure you're getting what you need is what they call the DASH diet, which is dietary approaches to stop hypertension. And it was developed to lower blood pressure and boost heart health. And so 2 to 3, here's the way it goes. Here's the DASH diet. You ready? 2 to 3 servings of low-fat dairy products, which I like goat's milk is the better choice. 4 to 5 servings of fruits and vegetables, which would be 1 cup. A serving size is 1 cup of leafy vegetables. So if you eat a huge salad, that's about like a real big salad. It's probably about, well, you figure 4 cups of that would be 4 servings. A medium-sized fruit, like an apple, is a serving of fruit, okay? So you want to have those as well. I'm a bigger fan, if you're going to do, say, 5 servings a day of fruits and vegetables, which is very confusing for a lot of people. I would just eat 1 piece of fruit a day. Here's your goal, okay? Because the fructose, there's a lot of studies now saying the fructose in the fruit, if you do a ton of it, it's not that great, okay? So there's kind of a tipping point where it even works that great for you. So 6 to 8 daily servings of fruits and vegetables. Actually, it's 4 servings of fruit, 6 servings of vegetables. Less than 6 daily servings of lean protein. So that would be serving size is 1 egg or 1 ounce cooked meat or fish. So 2 to 3 daily servings of healthy fats. I think you need more, personally, of the protein. You really do. Your body can function much better off of that. And 2 to 3 servings of healthy fats and oils. You need more than that. You probably need at least 5 to 6 of those. And 4 to 5 weekly servings of nuts and seeds and legumes. I'd go with that. And no more than 5 weekly servings of desserts and sweets. I don't even think you need that. Cut out the sugar. Be done with it. I mean, I'd say 2 desserts a week. That's it. I'd say 2 junk meals a week. That's it. You don't need more than that. Because if you're eating really good, eating really well, and you go and you eat a pizza, it's going to taste good. And it's good to knock out the cravings, but you're going to feel awful, bloated, all that sort of thing. Yeah, just knock it out and be done with it. But don't do it all the time. And don't have this thing where you eat a dessert after every meal. It's crazy. 888-283-7272. You can always give us a call and be a part of the show. Or if you want to go to our website, you can do that as well. If you want us to answer in private, we can do that. Tony in Kansas City says, how much difference in veggies from the grocery store and the Whole Foods type stores? Well, it's just more about organic and inorganic. So you always either want to do fresh or frozen. Cans, not the best. And look for organic. Because whether you go to Kroger or Publix or Whole Foods or Piggly Wiggly or Trader Joe's, whatever, just look for organic. They're all getting it from the same source for the most part. So you just find it from the area. It's about the quality, okay? The quality is what you're looking for. That's the key. Because if the quality's up, then everything about your health will be up. It makes a huge difference all the way around. We'll talk about some foods here in just a minute because there's so many foods that can bring health to the body and so many ones that don't. And I'm a big fan of making sure that you're eating the right kind of foods on a regular basis. That's such a key. First, though, I want to get to the phones and talk to Lois. Hi, Lois.
Calling because I have some concerns. My grandson was diagnosed with gynecomastia, and I was wondering if there was anything that we can do to reverse that, or in order to have his male hormones to start kicking in.
Well, again, he's got an issue with conversion. All right, so there's a conversion issue with his testosterone, and it's very common with men. Men that convert to estrogen, their testosterone convert to estrogen is very, very common. And so you got to get in. Nettle root is really, really good. It's not always going to work, but nettle root works a lot of times for men, for adolescents as well, that can help the conversion of the testosterone molecule and can cut down on the gynecomastia tremendously. Now, the challenge is once the tissue's formed, once the tissue formed, the big issue is once that's done, it's got to be surgically removed. That's the big deal. So you just got to make sure, you've got to figure out first why it's converting. That's one of the big ones. And then you got to figure out, okay, what needs to be done to really help offset that. That's one of the biggest pieces that you have to look at. And that, at the end of the day, that is one of the biggest challenges that we have when it comes to gynecomastia, because it really is a hormone issue, but it's a conversion issue. And so the enzymes are so important that they need to be broken down as well. So hope that helps. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call. Go to the website. And don't forget, and if you're looking for a lifestyle provider, someone in your area that believes the same way we do, all this nutrition and lifestyle-based care that we talk about, then you can get help there as well, too. Lower blood pressure is now becoming a challenge for a lot of people. The CDC is talking about it. And in the United States, chronic kidney disease affects more than 20 million people. And that's in the age of 65 and up. Researchers found that blood pressures in the range of 130 to 159, that's the top number, over 70 to 89 were associated with the best health outcomes for the population, especially with men with kidney disease. A researcher, Kasaba Kovany, who's at Memphis Veterans Affairs Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, said that more than 18 million blood pressure measurements found that patients either very high or very low blood pressure, mortality rates went up significantly. So even if it's low, people get excited. They're like, oh, my blood pressure's so low. That can cause issues as well. So you got to be cautious with that too. And so they've got interesting boundaries within blood pressure. You really want to keep it between about 110 to 115 is the goal on the top number, and about 70 to 75 in the lower number. And there's so much you can do naturally to make that happen. You really can do a lot to keep everything balanced. But at the end of the day, you just don't want it to get too far on the low end and too far on the high end. Just do everything you can to keep it balanced. Now, nitric oxide is really important. You can do L-arginine and L-citrulline together, 2 amino acids. They're great form. Rebounding is a good piece, too, to keep your blood pressure in check. And then with your eating habits, eating multiple meals throughout the day. But one of the big pieces for blood pressure now that we're learning is garlic. And garlic, usually, you can do it in the supplement form, but even just eating a garlic clove itself one a day is great for blood pressure and can make a big difference. A lot of research on that right now. But don't forget, fruits and vegetables, that's a big piece, because only 1.5% of Americans are even eating them, which is quite the challenge. So, again, even if you just eat 2 or 3 servings a day, the mineral content in those is enough to help create a lowered spike in overall blood pressure levels. 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. Let's get over to Martha. Hi, Martha.
What symptoms does one have if they have a vitamin D deficiency?
One of the biggest with vitamin D deficiencies, you have a lot of achiness. People that have achiness, they think it's something like fibromyalgia, something along those lines. They think that's the major issue, but it's not. And a lot of times if you have achiness, generalized achiness, it can be a vitamin D deficiency. Very, very common that people struggle with and they deal with. Now, the other thing, too, is something along the lines of the forehead sweating, head sweating excessively, not just like when you go work out hard, but if you do any exertion, that's a big challenge as well. And so you've got to make sure that if that's happening, a simple blood test is going to tell you. So the symptoms may or may not be there, but that's why I like doing blood tests on pretty much everybody. If you come to us, we're going to check your vitamin D, period. It's one of the number one deficient areas that we see now. And if you don't get that covered, then there's so many things can break down in the body. And that's one of the big pieces you have to manage. And it's easy. I mean, you can get it from food, you can get it from the sun, but over the age of 50, you're not going to absorb it that much anymore. So you have to get it from a supplement form. And that's what I think is one of the big pieces that you have to look at is managing that to get it in the numbers. Now, the range goes all the way up to 100, like 30 to 100. But even if you're down around 40 or 50, it's too low. Got to get it up, I would say 60 to 80. Some even say 70 to 90 is a better range. So I keep mine in the upper end of the range always, and do that for the patients as well at all of our clinics. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. You're listening to Healthy Talk Radio. What are you doing? Empower your health. Well, it comes down to the choices that you make every single day. Coming up, we've got more questions about your health. Plus, I'm going to get into some fitness tips that you don't want to miss when we come back. Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
Connect with On Call Radio and watch On Call TV at InShapeNetwork.com.
Ebola has kind of fizzled out. We hear about it from time to time, but they're saying now the new animal research suggests that Ebola may become more deadly as it spreads. Investigators track the Ebola strain, which is, of course, circulates in the West African outbreak that was so popular. And analyzing the virus in different stages, British scientists identified several genetic changes that made Ebola more deadly as it spread. So the work tells us the evolutionary goal of the Ebola virus is to become more lethal. Study co-author Julian Hiscox at the University of Liverpool of Infection Disease said in a release, we were able to show through a genetic analysis which parts of the virus are involved in the process. The information, they say, we have gathered will now allow us to monitor for such changes in the outbreak, as well as develop future treatment strategies. The study was published in the Journal of Genome Biology. The Ebola virus is such a devastating infection to the people affected by the disease and the economy of West Africa. Study co-author Roger Hewson of Public Health England said in a news release, yet current understanding of Ebola virus biology is way behind that of others. And in the West African outbreak, Guinea, Liberia, Sierra Leone have been the three nations hardest hit by Ebola. They've also been about 21,000 infections and more than 84,000 deaths reported since the outbreak began, as we've heard in the past. So it's pretty amazing to see how everything can begin to transition. But again, nothing to be scared of here, but yet you always want to do everything you can to keep your immune system strong and stay aware in the news, and we'll keep you updated here on the show. 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. If you haven't found the app yet, go to the App Store. Really great. So it's a way to listen to the show all the way until we go live the next day. So if you miss something, it constantly replays the show until we go live. Pick it up at the App Store, the iPad. All of that is great, and you can just check it out, and it's a great tool to be able to help you encourage others, tell others, and they can get on board and get their health helped every single day. Let's go to the phones and talk with Doug. Hi, Doug.
My wife has been diagnosed with lupus.
Okay.
And I'd like to know how to treat that in a way. Whatever I can do to help her.
Okay, well, lupus is, again, it's an autoimmune condition, and there's different variations of it, different levels of it. People have struggled with it in different ways. So I would look at it from a couple of points of view. I mean, lupus being an autoimmune condition, that means the body's attacking itself. And once that switch is flipped on in the body, you really can't shut it down. You have to put, I guess the best way to put it is you can put a dimmer switch on it. And so with a dimmer switch, one of the big keys that you want to focus on is, again, you've got to find out if it's the T1 helper cells or the T2 helper cells. One of those systems is the primary driver for this. And that's what we have to figure out, is which one is being affected and which one is not. So that's really the point of contact in the whole thing. So you want to look at that and build from there. But again, testing can be done. Your physician can do that, blood testing, all of that. You got to figure out which one's dormant and which one's not. You can do a little test. It's kind of an at-home test, but it's with echinacea tea and green tea. And you drink nothing but water or green tea for about 3 days. And then if it aggravates the condition, then you know that that's really the T2 helper cell side. And then if you use echinacea tea, likewise, it would be the T1 side. And of course, if you drink one and it does nothing, you feel better, then that's helping the side that's on the dormant phase of it. So again, a couple little tricks to help along the way. Then you can let your doctor know what you found, and they can follow up with some testing inside the office. 888-283-7272. That's 888-283-7272. Give us a call or go to the website. Now, if you haven't found a lifestyle provider in your area, someone that believes the same way we do, check out the website. They can help you. Give us a call at the number, 888-283-7272, and they can help you find someone in your area to take you by the hand and really help you along the way. Let's go back to the phones and talk with Pearl. Hi, Pearl.
Calling in regard to depression. I know someone who fits that category, but every time we try to get them help for them, they refuse. They don't want to go. I want to know some other ways. Is there any other alternative where you could just up and take possession? And none of that. And they happen to be an adult person too, and they fit all the descriptions.
Yes. Well, if they fit all the descriptions and all the different aspects of depression, again, even though it may sound like it's classic to you, it's good to have them go in to see their physician and make sure they kind of run through the checklist and see if that's really what they're experiencing. Because I'll tell you, it's a real challenge, very big challenge when you're dealing with something like this. And it's not easy because you can deal with brain chemistry. There could be nutritional deficiencies at play. There's so many variants and variables that could be a part of this that needs to be addressed. I mean, nutritionally, that's one of the big keys. I mean, if you have low vitamin D levels, you can be dealing with depression. You can have low B6 and B5 in the body and start dealing with that. You can have GABA levels, which is one of the neurotransmitters that's off. So many different variables that could be leading to the depression. But they need help. That's the key. They've got to have someone that can guide them and take them by the hand when it comes to this to be able to get them along the way, to encourage them and help them. So that's what I would encourage you to do first. Get some blood testing done. See if there's deficiencies involved. Functionally, see what the body needs. There might be certain foods that could target and help build these areas up. Again, whole cascade of things that can be done. Puts another hour in the charts. I want to thank our producer, Jay Patrick, engineer John Garrison, and the rest of the team. Go tell one person something you learned on the show. Together, we can transform the health of our friends, our families, and our communities.
You could listen to the ASA RX audio experience on Spotify and Pandora. For all the ways to watch and listen, check out our show page at asarx.com/experience.
Hi, it's Asa. I'm giving you a copy of my best-selling book for free to help you in your health journey today. I'll pay for the book. All you do is just cover the small shipping and handling costs. Go to asarx.com and get your free book today.
This episode is over. But check episode notes for links to products and services you've heard about on this episode. Thanks for listening and subscribing. Please share the ASA RX audio experience with others and stay in touch by giving us your comment or review.